All right, this week's business question of the week is doing contracts for your students as they enroll into your school. Been getting a lot of questions from my friends who are thinking about opening up martial arts schools or currently have schools open, and they're like, Saad, we realize you at your school do not do contracts. Why is that? And do you recommend doing contracts or not? And what are your thoughts on it? So, great question, and I'm here to explain it. So, the reason to do contracts, and most Brazilian Jiu Jitsu schools, martial arts schools, gyms do contracts, because from a profit perspective, that's the way to go. Because you get a guy, you get somebody like Gold's Gym, for instance. They know every January people are going to come in, they have their fitness resolutions, they sign up for a 1-year contract or whatever, and they also know that they're selling more contracts than they have space in their gym for everybody to train at one time. They realize that. But they know that you lock somebody into a contract, let's say, I don't know how much Gold's Gym is, let's say it's $100 a month. And it's a 12-month contract. They may only train in January and February and then quit. But they are going to end up, because they're under contract, paying you for all 12 months. So you get $1,200 for 2 months of training, and then the person gives up. So from a profit perspective, it's a very good move. It's like you're going to generate more income by having contracts, having students under contract where the payment is locked, and then you can that helps you plan in your budgeting, because now you know, like, oh, well, I've got, I don't know how many people Gold's Gym might have, but like say a jiu-jitsu school, probably the average jiu-jitsu school maybe have 200 people. You get 200 people, they're paying, X amount of dollars, they're under a 12-month contract. So you as the business owner, you can plan that out, because you got this guaranteed money that's coming in. And whether it's Gold's Gym or any other fitness center or martial arts center, they make it very difficult to get out of these contracts. The irony is, like, I remember signing my son up for Gold's Gym one time, and it was like I could sign him up and get into the contract while he was there, but when it was time to end the contract or break the contract, it was like, well, here, you got to call this number. Well, when I signed up, I just talked to you. Why I got to call somebody? Well, that's the way our business works. And then I'm calling somebody, and then it's like, I'm on wait, the number's ringing. I'm like, what a scam. And that's basically why I don't do contracts at my business. Am I as profitable as I could be or would be if I did contracts? No, I'm not. And I'm cool with that. But the positive that I have found of not doing contracts is it enables me to maintain the atmosphere that I want to have in my school. And what I mean by that is that, let's say you sign somebody up to a 1-year contract. 3 or 4 months into it, they're like, I don't like this place, I don't like this instructor, or maybe a new instructor opened someplace else out in town, I want to go train there, and as soon as my contract is over, I'm out of here. And then they bring that negativity with them for the rest of their contract. And that affects the gym atmosphere. I've been places because one of the unique perspectives I have is because I did 33 years in the Navy. Every 3 or 4 years, I was moving. The Navy was moving me to a new duty station, and I was having to find a new Brazilian Jiu Jitsu school. So I had the bird's eye view of seeing how this works in different schools. And I would be sitting there training, and I would hear some person in there talking about, oh, man, as soon as this contract is over, I'm out of here. There's a better school on the other side of town. I'm going to go train there. It's going to be much better. I'm just here because I'm under contract and I can't afford to pay tuition at 2 different schools, and if I gotta pay every month, I might as well get something out of it, but I don't want to be here. And that's a negativity that you don't want in your gym. That's a negativity that I don't want in my gym. Like, I like the fact that if something occurs, that a person decides, I don't want to be here anymore. And it's not a reflection that you're a bad person or a bad teacher or a bad business owner. You're going to lose students for various reasons. Sometimes, there's an old saying that no matter how nice you are, no matter how kind and generous you are going to be the bad person in somebody's story. That's how life is. Somebody's just not going to like you. You could be very fair, very generous, very kind, nice, and there's going to be people that just like somebody else better. And that's just life. That's how it goes. And when somebody is here and they realize, I think I can get better training somewhere else here in San Antonio, or I want to try another martial art, or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu isn't for me. Maybe I'm going to take up synchronized swimming, or whatever people do. I want them to immediately go do that. Like, once they make that determination, do it today. Don't wait 6 months, month, year. No, today, make it your last day. Go do you, whatever it is. And I wish them well. I'll fist bump them. Wish them the best in life. And they go on with their life, and I go on with my life, and it's all good. And I like that better than somebody feeling forced to stay here and train with me, because I don't want anybody to feel forced to stay here and train with me. Once they decide they want to go, I'm 100% behind them. I think you should go. And it's just as easy as that. So that's why I don't do contracts. So just understand, the downside is you will not make as much money in your business if you don't do contracts, or at least steady money. Like sometimes probably my 2 leanest months in income is like November and December. And you might think, well, why is that? Well, people are saving up for the holidays, the gifts and stuff. The budget might be tight. So a lot of times, people don't pay me those months, because I just have people paid month to month. Whenever they decide, hey, I don't want to train this month, then they don't pay me for that month. But if you're under contract, if I did contracts, November and December would be just as good of months for me as January, February, March, and any other month in the year, because I have everybody under contract, so I have that guaranteed income. I prefer to make less money by not doing contracts, but the improvement or the benefit I feel I get out of it is I get a better atmosphere. I get students with better attitudes. I have people in here who want to be here. For whatever reason, when they decide they don't want to be here, I don't want them here either. Say, hey, go do you, wherever that is. Doing whatever. I'm happy for you. Don't want to be here? Cool. So that's my thoughts on contracts. Each business, each martial arts school, gym, you're going to have to make a determination of what you want to do. And in my eyes, I'm putting the atmosphere of my school over profit potential. But each business owner has to make that decision. So those are my thoughts behind it. Best wishes on making that decision on your business. And got a question, comment, insight, please comment below, whether you agree or disagree with me. There's people who disagree with me all the time. I'm good with that. Like, hey, maybe I'm wrong. And maybe I'm not seeing something that you see. Educate me. I'm good with that. So that's this week's business question of the week. Got a question for next week? Feel free to comment below. Till then, ciao.